Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Everything Challenge. So what happens between episodes? I do contracts to make extra money. I've bought this Tether to help us do this contract, and I know that we're going to be using it into the future. While that's running on the AI, I went and found something else to do, particularly baling. Baling pays out a huge amount. This little field took about 5 minutes and gave me $8,000. So this bale is super expensive, so I doubt we'll ever buy this one, but it's definitely a good one to rent. We own a stone picker, so that's the other thing that was worth doing, but we don't really want to drive all the way over the other side of the map to sell off the stone. So there's a nice mod out there with a $750 mod that lets you put down a selling station, put it down next to the house, try to put it on the same level as the house so that the terraforming look good. And this gives us somewhere to drop stuff off. This already has stones in it from a prior cleaning up of our own fields, so dropping that off before we send it off to do the actual work in a contract. Off it goes. Not too shabby. Then, set it off on the AI. AI did a great job on all of these of working out where to start, how to proceed, and just progress nicely. We're going to need to unload those stones, so quickly went and modified our trailer to have the extension on it so we can dump those stones off and send that down. While we're waiting for the first load of stones to build up, another fertilization contract. This one, about $1,500, but it was only about 2 minutes of work. So it took a little bit of time to drive over there, but a really quick way of making $1,000 or so bucks, even with the cost of the fertilizer. So done. First unload of the stone. Luckily, the stone picker does reach into that higher bucket, and in it goes. Actually, it looks like it's the second unload, and off it goes again. And then we hired a hoe. This thing is amazing. It's nice and wide, and this Strix tractor is awesome too. I am highly tempted to buy this hoe. I was so impressed with it. I actually got another contract for hoeing, and just so you can see how well it does, let's do a little time lapse. The AI definitely had its work cut out for it on that field with its circular shape. You can't use a hoe to do weeding, so I hired the biggest job that had a weeder, and then we're able to use it on this small field. Once again, it's another situation where in actually under 3 minutes you can go earn an extra couple of $100. This thing's really wide. It is great, but it is pricey, so I don't know whether we'll buy that, but it is tempting. Off to the next field, the one where it was actually designated to go, and the AI does a great job of working out what to do. Just drove on, started the AI, and it worked it all out. Pretty cool. Time to get that stone back home, and we've made the effort of collecting it, so we might as well dump it off and get some extra cash. I believe this makes $371, so not a huge amount of money, but once again, that's a little bit more money to help us off. While we're still waiting for that large contract to be done with the hoe, there's not many contracts left, so I took what was left, which was deadwood. I don't know if people realize this, but deadwood, you don't have to haul it. All we have to do is cut it down. So it's just a matter of running around with the chainsaw and cutting down all of the ones that are marked. Just look up in the air for the ones which have the clear top. In this situation, this farm, it was really easy to find them, but don't be too concerned about trying to make it perfect. You can, as long as you're kind of close to the ground, the game is happy with what you've done. And there you go, 1 or 2 minutes, $1,000, not too bad. And then we're just waiting for our guy to finish this huge field. This took the computer a good 10-15 minutes to actually get this done. So I just let it run, walked away, got a drink, came back, and before I knew it, it had been done. You can see in the last phase right here, yeah, about 5 or 6 minutes later from that point, the contract is finished. I think that one was like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, so you can't complain. Love that. I love that that weeder. Every one of these cuts is a loop around the water and greenhouse drop off. Load it up, drop it off. Load it off, drop it off. Takes a lot of times to get all those greenhouses filled. I think they took about 2 loads each on average, but you know, for 5-10 minutes of work of laps, not too bad. Just bringing our tractors home. Here's the brand new Tedder that we bought. I bought it particularly because I know we'll need it for cows and stuff later on. And then just to finish off the day, went round and cleaned up some of these bushes that have been a little bit annoying and hiding the land as we're trying to do U-turns and stuff. So just make it a little bit more clean. Didn't do them all. Wanted to keep some ambiance, like, you know, the ones that are more aesthetic than in the way, I kept them. But all the ones like this, which are in the way from doing a U-turn on our fields, I got them done. Using the Lumberjack mod here, that lets you actually do the cutting on other people's land. But I particularly stayed to the farms we had. And that is it. About 1.5 hours of work, just fun between episodes, and generated about $30,000. And that also included buying that Tedder, and that Tedder was about 20 grand. As always, don't forget to subscribe to see more of this content, and we'll see you next time.